Ever wondered what makes TV so powerful in Jamaica? Time to find out. Welcome to Global TV Group 358, where television meets innovation. We're not just about shows, we're about shaping society. In Jamaica, TV keeps you informed, connects diverse voices, and supports democracy. Imagine a Jamaica where broadcasters unite, sharing data and collaborating globally. That's us, a unified voice in the TV industry. Did you know TV advertising is still king? It drives website traffic, boosts brand equity, and powers integrated campaigns. Even in an age of digital, TV stands strong, resilient in tough times. Our Global TV Deck is your treasure trove of insights and data. With charts, graphs, and success stories, it's your guide to impactful TV advertising. Curious to learn more? Visit our website and see how Global TV Group 358 keeps television at the heart of entertainment in Jamaica. Get ready to binge watch the future.
Can't put me again. You can't put me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scallion, we can't buy time. You can't put me again. Can't put me again. You can't put me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and a resort to crime. You can't put me again.
What fi gonna eat no money, what fi at you, it no at you. Covid money, miss away in the your little rat you. Use the youth, them money, waste, must a man to statue. Say me like a catch you, but bigger than a figure you. Take the spit of money, gal and say that is not you. One day the man above end up, him a got a bed. Too much it in the kitchen, some a fly by like a patu. My singers and DJs and social media's coming at you.
It burn me.
300% raise.
It burn me.
Garbage pile of the day.
It burn me.
Give the teacher them
It
raise.
burn me.
I see corruption face.
It burn me.
Mash down the people them house.
It burn me.
Every day appear arms out.
It burn me.
Appear money them a thief.
It burn me.
And them a sell out with each.
Can't put me again. You can't put me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scallion, we can't buy time. You can't put me again. Can't put me again. You can't put me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and a resort to crime. You can't put me again.
Come me say big up all the charities and all of the givers. Some a go like say them powerful, me no make a bigger. The already promises, none of them not deliver. Cut up the youth, them rapidly down in our fever. Member bold money and they lie them tell. Corruption smell and they pocket them swell. When police don't a market like Satan out of hell, go mash up people start and people themselves.
It burn me.
Or they treat the market man.
It burn me.
Or them a treat the cat man.
It burn me.
Or they treat the peanut man.
It burn me.
Or them a treat the dirt man.
It burn me.
Or them a treat the sun man.
It burn me.
Or them a treat policeman.
It burn me.
Or them a treat soldier man.
It burn me.
How them a treat everyone.
Can't put me again. You can't put me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scallion, we can't buy time. You can't put me again. Can't.
Stibby dim day. We in Global TV says certain kind of friend we no keep, and some informer friend we love like. We in Global, bona fake friend and bona thief. We in Global, we not promote them, we not support them. Look at them on the cheek, come here represent for. We in Global TV, check it.
Good evening, and welcome to the People's Point of View. Thank you all for joining us this evening. Good evening to TikTok, good evening to Instagram, and of course, YouTube. Good evening and welcome. Thank you for joining us. To my community of party and all my family members, platform moderators, membership holders, viewers, subscribers, commenters, and trolls. Good evening. Sharon Bernard, Empress Deb, Marcia Thomas, Laura Morris, started here that would have done Sunshine, Ivan Riley, RJ, good evening, real sweet, good evening, Canadian Gal, good evening, Joan Bailey, Sharon Bernard, good evening, Sophia Hall, good evening. Good evening. Today I didn't come on this one because, as I told you yesterday, I was having my internet switch over, Millicent Jones, and I had some disruption, but still not managed to connect all of my thing them yet because I have a little smart TV in the kitchen when I use to watch YouTube when me in the kitchen. I'll now me not get hit connect. There's a bedroom speaker, it worked me up all day because my son did set it up for me a couple of years ago and me have to redo it all over again. I never know how we do it, and YouTube and Google have to help me with it today all day. It was a warm time with that one. Millicent Jones, Joseph Richardson, good evening and welcome. We don't know say Babsy will come out here too. A Babsy will have gripe for this evening. We don't call Babsy then, no? We have things to talk to Lady Babs about. We want to talk to Miss. We don't call Babsy then, man. Babsy use a word where rub me the wrong way. And I'm going to be nice to you, Babsy. Colin Richards. We don't call Babsy there, please, because Babsy says something which rub me. Hey, me know that one, me sorry. Rub me the wrong way. When you just call Babsy while ladies start call wholeness so then, no, please. The easy jerk world. What go on, bro?
Call him Missa. Wholeness, Missa. Wholeness. Wholeness. Wholeness, Missa. Wholeness, Missa. Wholeness, Missa. Call him as, hey, Missa. Wholeness, you need holiness. And right now, Jamaica in a mess. From Mavia to St. Elizabeth, the people them are all over simply press. You gotta know how to address your prime minister.
All right, a Babsy we are called. Like how the porno come from down a Panish town, Jennifer Simpson. A Babsy will really come out here to tonight. Babsy I lose reason, isn't it? Babsy attack cuckoo, isn't it, Babsy? Ladybug, how are you? So we come out here to straighten up Babsy. Put Babsy on the right track. The track that would be more beneficial if you're talking about cultural issue. Babsy. Robert Honeywell. Rosemary Samuels. Talking about cultural issues. I'm not call Babsy then, man. Oh, Babsy takes so long. What is wrong with Babs? Minister of Culture propose using education to tackle racism. Babsy. Like seriously, Babsy? We're not going to go down the dementia road with Babsy tonight. We're going to straighten up Babsy tonight. Sweetie, how are you? Michael Nipper. Babsy need a better straighten up. Canadian girl, what go on? Country girl, what go on? Country girl 84. Babsy need a better straighten up tonight. I don't know which planet Babsy lives on. Yes, Earth, because there's racism on Earth. Which country does Babsy lives in? That's the puzzle. And what is Babs's experience in the country she lives in currently with the issue of race, Babsy? Racism seems to be widespread within the Jamaican culture, isn't it, Babs? If you are saying, Babs, that we need education to tackle racism, before we go down some useful use of education, Miss Babs, we're going to go on a rant of useful use of education. Apart from Edward Warmington, the Prime Minister, Juliet Cockburn-Finn, and a lot of other Labour supporters, that is on a racist rhetoric within the country. Colin Addy James, other than those who I've mentioned, can you be able to provide us that evidence, Babsy, of the issue? We're not talking about the propaganda or the PR. We're talking about the issue of racism in Jamaica. Because you say we must use education. I never know you can use education to tackle something that doesn't really exist in your spheres or isn't a problem. I wonder if Babs, in a dementia, gone back to the days of when she was living in Canada. Because sometimes you see, when you're going through the dementia stage, it takes you back to some earlier stage in your life, some earlier memories in your life. I wonder, just wondering what is going on with dear Babs. But let's point out to Babs some useful use of education and what we can use education to tackle, Babsy. Clean up Jamaica, Babsy. A cleaner Jamaica. We can use education to culture our people, to stop littering the street, to just stop dash thing, yeah, so dash thing, that's all. We can use education to make sure the National Solid Waste Management do their job and people know what the National Solid Waste Management ought to do. And because people are educated as towards that, Babsy, they are engaged. So we have other people and the agency working together to clean up Jamaica, Babsy. Don't you think that would be a more useful culturing of us, Babsy? Culturing to clean up Jamaica. I think that would be, don't you? Because if you look at the state of the country, Nenmals, how are you? Yvonne Riley. The state of the country. Rubbish pile up everywhere. Rattahall where people from all sort and angle everywhere. Don't you think we should have an education drive and a clean up Jamaica, Babsy? Don't you think that would be a more useful use of education? Because Denise Hilton catching hyperness. So we have to straighten up Babsy, you see, and point out to her what we can use education to do that will be beneficial to us, Babsy. Not to ask pigs if pigs can fly, Babsy, or asking a pig if putting on lipstick, are you really a pig or something else? Because that's tantamount to what you're uttering, Babsy. Let us point out again something that you can use education useful to, Babsy. Steady on, Babs, because we have time tonight. We have time tonight. So while you want to use education to tackle racism in Jamaica, Babs, we want to point out to you some other things that plague us on a day-to-day basis, Willie Don, Lenford Wilson. Some of the things that plague us on a day-to-day basis, Babsy, where education would be important in those areas. Let's chat along there. Let's chat along. The water crisis in our country, Babsy. We could use education to make sure we get irrigation and distribution right, Babsy, isn't it? Because that is a cry for Jamaicans across the country. These are the things that we ought to be using education for, Babsy. Use education to tackle usefulness. Not the dog barking after flying bird nonsense, Babsy, because this is what you're doing. It's just the dog barking after flying bird nonsense here. What racism problem we have that you're going to tackle? Apart from what I mentioned, Everard Warmington, Andrew Holness, Juliet Cockburn-Flynn, and other Labour supporters who are on a racist rant about Mark Golden. What other race issue do we have to contend with in Jamaica? Of course, we have the colorism issue. How did we get there, Babsy? Let's chat along, Babs. Bad roads, national education on road usage, Babsy. National education. You see the hope a useful thing. You see the hope a useful thing where you could where you can use education to do. A national education drive, Babsy, on the national road usage. Violet Watson, how are you? An education drive on national road usage. Even though there's no confidence that we will get spark, reach, nor national emergency. Even Babsy, when potholer Joan we know, potholer cause accident now, potholer run jostle with gunman, pothole want to bring the ocean to us, Babsy. Don't you think these are more useful things that you can use education to tackle, Babsy? This is one of Jamaica's biggest crying shame right now, Babsy. Your Prime Minister has just declared the roadways across the country a national emergency. Paulette Lewis. You see how much things you miss, Babsy? You see how much things you could be using education to tackle that you have missed? Things that irritate us and annoy us every day. Things that we want you all to pay attention to. Not racism that doesn't bother us. Oh no. Colorism not bother we. Look how we are bleached till it a kill we. All of we want on pretty and white. Whiter than the snow. Yes, whiter than the snow. Sharon Powell, how are you? So we don't know how come, Babs, this is so much important things that education could have been put to good use. But Babs, they think we should waste our time to use education to tackle racism. Pigs really can fly, Babs, isn't it? Let's see what else Babsy can do. The guns, Babsy, the guns. Babsy, the guns. The guns were Horace Chang are bringing, Babsy. Hey, The guns, Babsy, where young men, you rent car, get them, and them go drive, go shoot one another, and them get shot in a car rented by you, Babsy. Crime, violence, and murder is among our biggest problem. A culture in education to clean up violence, the abuse against women, the violence against women, the violence against children, the violence-prone society we live in, Babsy. The violence we have taken to TikTok, Babsy. Don't you think education would have served much, much better purpose in a day nook and cranny there? You see how much things you have missed, Babsy, that education can be a useful tool to. Let we call wholeness before we get back to Babsy, you know, because wholeness gonna job letter, you know. A wholeness gonna job description and job this and time limit this and Netherlands here and all over there.
Call him Mr. Wholeness, Mr. Wholeness. Wholeness. Wholeness, Mr. Wholeness, Mr. Wholeness, Mr. Wholeness. Call him as, hey, Mr. Wholeness, you need holiness. And right now, Jamaica in a mess. From Mafia to St. Elizabeth, the people them are all over Assembly Press. You gotta know how to address your Prime Minister. You got your phone? Call him Mr. Wholeness, Mr. Wholeness. Wholeness. Wholeness, Mr. Wholeness, Mr. Wholeness, Mr. Wholeness. Call him as, hey, Mr. Wholeness, you need holiness. And right now, Jamaica in a mess. From Mafia to St. Elizabeth, the people them are all over Assembly Press. Address your Prime Minister.
You want to go on, Babs? Do you want to go on? Because there's a lot of things you can use education to tackle in Jamaica other than bark after the bird while the bird fly over your head. Hey, Babsy. Babsy. Look at something that we can use education useful to do to tackle the culture of violence and the importation of illegal guns, Babsy, that is plaguing or you never see the shootout down at Spalding. You never see the shootout, the hostage taking and the surrendering, Babsy. I tell you, Babsy have dementia, you know. Babsy is at a stage, I don't know how far in it she might be, but there's a stage here where Babsy is at, because Babsy now remember usefulness. Education, Babsy. Look at where the violence has reached, Babsy, in our schools. We've taken it globally, Babsy. The world has already known us for it, Babs. The world is seeing us displaying it right out there, Babs, isn't it? 2 for this year have been shot live on TikTok, Babs. Are you aware? Are you aware that we need an education drive to stem the culture of violence, divert our young people from gangs and violence, Babsy, and the guns that Horace Chang and in gangs and all that are importing in the country? You see how useful. You see how useful education could be? You want to use it to tackle racism, Babsy. You want to go and look for a grain of sand and the beach, Babsy. Which one are you going to pick up there? Which one are you going to pick up when you get out there? A grain of sand and a beach. That's what Babsy is using Jamaica education to do. Anything else, Babs? Yeah. See? Same problem, isn't it? So your sister, the education needed this. So don't. This was somewhere where we need an education drive, Babsy, to tackle violence and gangs in our country. Catch the young people then before the gangs catch them, Babsy. Don't you think education will be useful in that area? Like catch the young people then before the gangs catch them? Skills and trades for them, Babsy. You can't barely provide them the laptop when they was staying at home, isn't it? Do you want to go on, Babsy? There's a lot of things that education can do. Corruption, Babsy. Hey. Corruption, Babsy. The way how corruption is at a high level within the government that you serve in, Babsy. Tash, how are you? Within the government that you serve, don't you think education, we should use education to tackle the wide-scale corruption in our country, Babsy? Something that plague us, something that hold our society back, something that stifle the development of our society, Babsy. Don't you think we should use education to tackle corruption at all levels, but especially, Babsy, at the very top where you sit at the moment in Andrew Holness's cabinet? You see the amount of useful things. You see the amount of useful things that you have missed. Do you want to go on, Babs? Do you want to go on? Hey, Babs. Nepotism, cronyism, and conflict of interest, Babs. That tied with the whole corruption thing, isn't it, Babs? You see the amount of things you have missed, the amount of things we can use education to tackle in our country. Carleen Jones. And all Babsy can say is racism. The only thing Babsy see that we need to use education to tackle in our country is the issue of racism. Something which is not a problem for the people of Jamaica. Something that doesn't cause the people of Jamaica to lose a night's sleep. Something that doesn't cause the people of Jamaica to walk around in fear. But Babsy wants to spend money educating us on how to tackle racism. Anything else, Babs? Because you're in the early stage of forgetfulness, my dear. Stealing, Babs. Stealing. Dr. Tufton. We say budget raise from 60 billion or whatever to 140 billion in 8 years. And yet still, Dr. Tufton can account for billions of it. Hold on there. I need to read a what's. Hold on, just let me check. Check the custom made big gun ammunition. Final things off. Okay. Babs. What else do we have on the agenda, Babs? Given that Dr. Tufton, when Dr. Brady came to Jamaica, Dr. Tufton, bad management, surgery that were meant to be filled couldn't get done because Dr. Tufton who money here, who money there, all sort, shorter equipment. These are the areas where we need to use education to tackle in our country if we want a better Jamaica. Racism is not an issue for we. Not we will live in a Jamaica. Make we will live a Europe and North America talk about racism. Make we hold on there. Make we will live in a Europe and America talk about racism. We will face it. We will have to deal with it. We will know that it's a part of the society we live in. But after we make up a story because we're afraid to deal with the most important political issue or constitution, you all go off on a racist rhetoric and a birtherism, passport, and all sorts of malarkey. And then you all are calling for a national. The other day, Bobby Montague called for a national conversation on race and ethnicity. Now you're coming with education to tackle racism. You and Bobby Montague don't see the roads across the country. You and Bobby Montague don't see the violence across the country. You and Bobby Montague don't see the violence against women and children. They have a national education and a national conversation to stamp out those issues. But you don't want to waste all of that time on racism when the things them we have where duck and dive and run to the mountain. We don't ignore them. Does that make sense? What else do we have for you, Babs? Today, doctor can't get paid. Chris Tufton, I would the video there. Chris Tufton claimed to say horse dead and cow fat, but him still cannot give any assurance. Let me bring up my share screen, please. Bear with me a second. Let me bring up my screen. Let me. What's up? Where's the song? It ought to have song on it. Why is it not playing? No sound. Oh my days. Hold on, my peach. Those meant to have sound on them. I don't know why they're behaving like that. Let me before we go on with Babs, let's go over to Clarendon and is it Clarendon and Manchester? Yes. Clarendon and Manchester Municipal Corporation. But before we do, I want you to watch a video with me. Some of you may have seen it floating around on social media. And tell me what you think. I don't know what I think. That's why I'm asking you what you think.
Let me tell you, blood clot. Kill the pussy all out there, yeah? Me, for you know, gunshot out there. Don't fuck. Don't fuck with yourself, yeah? Now, no dumb this one, calic extortion. It's a big blood clot right down the middle. Gunshot. You hear me telling you? Don't fuck with yourself. You hear me telling you? Don't fuck.
I don't know what I believe. You would have to tell me what you think. Don't know if she a police, bad woman, license, gun holder, or what. Janet Brissett, good evening, Norman Ferguson. But she seemed to be dealing with extortioners. Vernon Adams, if that's the right word. I don't know what to think. Master Estee walk on. Raymond G. Margaret Wilson. I really don't know what to believe. So it happened a few weeks ago in Spanish Town. I don't know. She looks like she off-duty police. You know, if a bad woman or police or Magic Goldberg, good evening. Let's go over to first Clarendon. No. Let's go over to Manchester first.
Something, man. You don't know what is a point. Yes. After such a wonderful this one, I think we would have taken something from that vote. Mr. Chairman, that's okay. Are we against the event being keeping in the parish? In the parish? No. We are against the location. Yes. The challenge, I'm not against the event, I'm just against the location. And as I said, as the representative of the people, all people are serious.
Don't ask me what was said. I'm aware from what I read. They were arguing about the revocation of a permit for an event called Color Splash. Some of you might be aware of that event. Don't know what it is. Let's now go over to Clarendon, where the municipal corporation, People's National Party councillors requested the resignation of the JLP mayor, and the meeting broke down from that. Vivian Hamilton.
We're not doing nothing illegal. We following the act. We following the act. We're not doing nothing illegal. So we following the act. But we're not doing nothing illegal. You can't tell me to go. No, you can't tell me to go. You can't tell me to go.
We are following the time.
Because you just know you have no power. You can't tell me to go. So the country goes well. Don't say no way. There's no more. There's more vote than you. Because you have more vote than a lot of you. So don't tell me to go. 2,000 vote. Let them go back 500 votes.
I would suggest minority leader, you let good sense prevail. And I'm saying to you, we will take it where it falls on the agenda.
Mr. Chairman, what does the act states that should happen in the event of a tie? The last time I read the act, which was this morning, and I've read it several times after the election. Mr. Chairman, what should happen?
Remember, you did not get permission.
Mr. Chairman, what does the act state that should take place?
Don't ask me what I talk about either. I wasn't there. I know so they don't have them bagarism, you know. Gloria Morris, how are you? To all my moderators, good evening. Debbie Jervis, Abina Saw, Cody, Beat and Teach. Wanna watch back the dead live. Good evening, and welcome. What else can Babs use? Education to tackle the lack of spending in our health care, the overwork and underpay of our health professional, the disgraceful working condition of our health professional. Lots of things, Babsy, that we could use education to tackle in Jamaica. Because you see, if you don't know, Babsy, Marcelin Bennett, if you don't know, you just don't know. But if we use education as a useful tool, then some of the problems we have, Babsy, might just be alleviated. And Babsy think racism is at the top of our agenda. Why my WhatsApp is playing up tonight? Let me open it again and try. Because they're playing on my phone. I don't know why they're not playing on the computer. Give us a chance. Hold on. Let me see if it plays now. Still not. Hold on now. Oh. We're not doing nothing. Hold on. Government will act. All right, let me bring back up the WhatsApp. It a play that have been. No, yeah. Bring back my WhatsApp.
Welcome back. Continuing the news. Operations are back to normal. That assurance from Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton following Monday's stick-out by junior doctors. But it isn't all clear, Ramarda Lyons reports.
No assurances. That admission from the health minister when asked if Jamaicans can expect no further sickouts from doctors.
Obviously, I can't give any assurances because those decisions are external to my control.
The most recent one on Monday saw operations disrupted at health facilities island-wide. Procedures cancelled. Patients turned back.
We had in some instances 60-70% absenteeism among that category of work of the junior doctors.
No, just like the work hours for many doctors, the meetings that followed the strike stretched past midnight. Negotiations are being led by the Labour and Finance ministries. Still, to Dr. Tufton's understanding, the issues are unresolved.
What I would say is that there is an earnest effort to try and bring some resolution to the issue with the prolonged discussions that are taking place. Clearly, there are some issues that are unresolved and have taken some time to be resolved, which hence the length of the meetings. What I'm hoping for is that some agreements will be reached, but it's driven by finance in the first instance, Labour as the conciliator will ensure that we reach some agreements.
He says in a perfect world, these industrial actions would be avoided. However,
the reality is that you're going to have these negotiations, demands made, demands that can be met and some that can't be met. It's a function of perspective and, of course, ability to pay. What has been settled so far, I believe the government should be credited for, because I keep explaining that what we have done on the compensation review is raise the increase to a level where the doctor in that category anyway would only need to work their regular hours to get a payment that otherwise they would have to work regular hours plus significant overtime or sessions. So on average, you're looking at about a 60% or so increase. That is settled.
Describing that increase as fair, he said it means that a doctor
can work regular hours, earn without over stressing themselves with the extra hours, but then it still has capacity for extras overtime because the truth is we're short-staffed. I spoke about the shortage of HR. So the discrepancy or the disagreements are around the rates for overtime.
The minister says it's hoped that as negotiations continue, patient care will not be jeopardized. Ramarda Lyons, TVJ News.
Can hardly believe Dr. Tufton mouth just opening. But while we're at it, Babs, I want to bring another useful. Why is my. Hold on. Another useful tool for education, Babs. And it's about educating us about the law, how it works, who it applies to. Because if the law applies to the people of Clifton Lodge, you must remember that, Babsy, isn't it? You hear the word grader, bulldozer, you must remember Clifton Lodge. Look at TV Adventures. Monica Wills. If the law must be applied to the people of Clifton Lodge, who erected their building illegally, as the Prime Minister declared, and it had to be demolished. Does that same law apply to the Prime Minister, son, sister, and friend who violated building regulation? Just asking. Christine Gilbert, when you come on later on, good evening and welcome. How you do? Just wondering, Babsy, because the Prime Minister had this to say: when the law must be applied against the people of Clifton, know that the shoes is on the Prime Minister foot, not the clocks, the tight shoes. You know the shoes where blind your eye how it tight? Total different argument. Where's my WhatsApp? There is.
To demolish those structures that have been illegally erected.
Do you think the same thing applies to the Prime Minister? It's an illegal structure, it's not what the planning permission permits. It's not what the planning permission permits. So does that apply to the Prime Minister? What else have we got on the agenda for Babji? No, where's my slide? Hold on. That's the one. What else do we have on the agenda for Babji? Same thing. Linking to what we just start about. But on the hope those who lead the KSMC now can resolve these outstanding issues that are there. Estina Time, how are you? What else can Babs use? Education. Oh no. My understanding of tax return is that you apply, and when your application is processed / approved, you get what you forget. But it seemed as if, because what do you remember, they had a bottleneck where they have payment delay. Now them put additional payment dates. I didn't know, so what? If you miss those payment dates, is it that you're not entitled? I don't understand. Is it not about when your application is submitted, processed, and approved? I thought that was the process if it's about tax return. Jamrock 876. If it's about tax return, I think it was done on application, processing, application submission, processing, approval, but it looked like you have to set up on a particular date with the Prime Minister. Then this now look like it's a tax return. To post somebody don't get them things submit. Is it that, hold on. Is it that them now go and have the entitlement? I don't know. Those of you in Jamaica who are dealing with this thing, maybe you need to advise us on it, because I don't know between Colonel Charles and Faval and the Accountant General how this thing work. I'm going to know the Prime Minister say I give it $20,000. Don't know the process of going about it, but I did think tax, I never know the tax return I know you have a specific date for submission. I never know you have a specific batch payout date. I don't know. Everything is just going apart. Cabinet approved $2 billion emergency road repair project. What do you want us to clap and cheer about something that is not going to even fill a few of our potholes? If the government sees fit, Yvonne Bradford, how are you? If the government sees fit to declare the state of our road a national emergency, Pauline Russell, $2 billion. Do you think $2 billion can go anywhere to deal with what we have as a national crisis? That shows you how much them not take the thing serious. If you think it's such a crisis that you declare it a national crisis or a national whatever you want to declare it as, $2 billion. It's a sad situation. Very sad. Isn't it, Nesta Morgan? Why not turn bad with the likes, eh? On the turn bad with the little likes. My people, me create a thingy there. In the description area, under the YouTube link, you will see I've created my 50th birthday contribution. If anyone wants to contribute to my birthday, in that specific link, you have until the 29th of December to do so. It will be in the description area of each show going forward until my birthday. So if you want to support, please don't be afraid to. Don't be afraid to. What else do we have for dear old Babs? Asimakala, how are you? Something else Nesta said. A list of roads set for repair on the Spark will be posted on website. So, them are going to start them sparking across the country. But what I'm desperate for is an update on Troy Bridge. Because there was that grand handover, that grand turning over in the river, and then the butter just go against sun and it melt also. I'm desperate. Like how now I can talk about Spark and all sorts. I'm desperate to get an update on Troy Bridge. If the project being aborted, if the contractor is unable to do the job, if it is that the government lied to us to say the contract is ready now and them hand over the contract, what is happening at Troy Bridge, Nesta? Like how you put up something there. Like how you put up something there, what you call it. You put up list of road pan website. Robert Honeywell, can you update us? Can you update us on what is happening at Troy Bridge via website? When I say you have to come tell me in front of me, but I'm desperate to find out what is happening at Troy Bridge. Because you know why, Nesta? You see the rain will fall where there? Wanna blame for mash up the country's road? Wanna blame for say I hit me because I can't fix the road them? You know, so on blame Beryl and Raphael and the rain for a lot, isn't it? I wonder how the people of Troy are surviving at this point, Nesta, given the terrible rainfall will mash up the whole of the roads across the country. So if road won't said it dead, mash up. Imagine Troy Bridge that was there, Nesta. You know, if you said the whole heap of mud wash away and the gaping river get bigger. I wonder if Monday, what the man did name again? A Dwight Construction. I wonder if Dwight Construction can tell anything about Tribridge. And I wonder if anybody know if I manage Dwight Construction can manage it, can turn over in the river and walk well lefty, and then we are wait for China Harbor to pick up the pieces. I'm just asking Nesta because we just run out of steam, so and the contract, the easy jerk word, it's Dwight Construction. They were the one who we knew of to have the contract. Does anyone remember that? Or may I sleepwalk like Babsy? Wanna make me know if may I sleepwalk like Babsy, or does any of you remember that the contract for Troy Bridge was allocated to Dwight Construction? Which road then depend down somewhere along near in a wholeness, Prick and Prack of the Woods. Robert Honeywell said I'm correct. So we want to find out from either Nesta or Dwight Construction what is happening at Troy Bridge. What is happening to the people of Troy? Dalrymple, is it Dalrymple? Dalrymple is the MP. She's back. Miss Phil Wimple. Dear Miss Phil, what is happening at Troy Bridge? Can you update us on what is happening in your constituency, Miss Phil Wimple? What a dreadful disaster of a government who continue to convince us how well the economy is and the country cannot see the fruit of it, because otherwise public sector worker would not strike, so the road wouldn't be lack of maintenance and mash up, so hospital wouldn't under burden. Florence Hamilton. It's a sad story. All you, this is a problem when Nigel left you. This is a problem, yeah, when Nigel left. We don't know how you're going to manage it. I don't know how Faval is going to manage out of the problem, because she can barely wake up to talk about anything she needs to talk about. So I don't know how she's going to sail our way through this problem, because day by day we are realizing that these good economy that we were told about, it's not all true. And if it's true, then Dr. Tuft and Sarah wouldn't have run out of money. Doctors can't get paid. Doctors don't have the adequate working apparatus. But still Tuft and tell you the other day, money is not the problem. And you all think you're not all lying to us. Oh God, man, I can't take the likes up. I can't go on my bed. Not even 100 likes. No, sir. Not done bad. Bad. One done very, very bad. Good night, TikTok, Liban, Deon Stewart, Ricker, User 120, Samuel Taylor, Doris, Courtney, Nigel, Danville, Chicken, Michelle, Sir-T, Bag, Wingy. Good evening. Thank you all for joining. I don't know what is happening in our country, but certainly, Andrew Holness, this is what I have to ask you. What is wrong with you and the university them at Jamaica? Sit down and listen, because I don't know why Jamaica University can walk and hand out honorary doctorate to everybody. And you have to go all the way foreign, go buy, because I never beg you, buy. And when I talk about the graduation for next year, we are talking about the graduation where you have this year. The one we have them a walk and call you Dr. Andrew Holness. Sit down and listen. Get honorary IUI. What happened that our Prime Minister cannot get an honorary degree in our country and him have to go foreign go hustle one? Something wrong a yard, sir. Something wrong a yard. A university where you did your alma mater, you did your master's degree, and Prime Minister being a politician for so many years, being a Prime Minister, them don't see you of no worthy service, contribution, or accomplishment to honor you in that way, Prime Minister. Telling, isn't it? It's kind of telling. They're saying, who is this man? What has he done? Don't mind these two. Really, don't mind them. See, no. Left, right. The government are come say left, right. More hosts are come.
Call him Mr. Wellness, Mr. Wellness. Call him as, hey, Mr. Wellness, you need holiness. And right now, Jamaica in a mess. From Mavia to St. Elizabeth, the people them are all over Assembly Press. You gotta know how to address your Prime Minister. You got your phone?
Thanks for the follow.
Call him Mr. Wellness, Mr. Wellness. Call him as, hey, Mr. Wellness, you need holiness. And right now, Jamaica in a mess. From Mavia to St. Elizabeth, the people them are all over Assembly Press. You gotta know how to address your Prime Minister.
Prime Minister, wholeness, hold another promise again. You're on this vote patrol, this vote crusade, Prime Minister, because this is what your promises represents, you know. It's a vote crusade, Prime Minister, with death. We not hear you. We not listen. We don't know what you say. We know say you're wicked. We know you're a liar. We know you're a serial promiser. We don't want to know. It's not the first you've promised it. when you take 650 million go lend Dexim, and you never see a foundation where Dexim dig, and all Jamaica get back out of the interest, the 650 million was 20 million on a write up secret sweetheart deal and tough it in a corner. This one say we can't see it. Don't come promise with nothing else we don't want to hear. You could not bring Tower Black. You could not bring Babel Tower so we live in a prime minister. We now believe that lie. It's just another lie. Audrey Patterson. It is just another lie. Influx of affordable house solution coming in 2 to 3 years. Man, you're wicked, you know. Prime Minister, make a fine birthday. Jesus Christ, Prime Minister, you're wicked. Boy, the man you can play upon poor people. Hard life. I plead this one, I play upon with hard life, you know. But we're not going to buy this one. We will drink any Coca-Cola you serve with except for this one. Yeah. We not buy it. Don't go so. You cannot achieve it in 2-3 years. Man, you know. Oh, Jesus. I need to find that guy where I tell you say he's a sellout.
What a wicked bumper old boy, this Father God. Oh, he lie and blood clot me when me tell him that. What a wicked bumper old boy, this Father God. Oh, he lie and blood clot me when me tell him that. What a wicked...
Prime Minister Holness, you couldn't and have not managed to provide us affordable housing in 8 years. And you go wage a magic wand, and in 2-3 years, we're going to have affordable housing. Sir, how you wicked and lie so? You not tired of the lion story? You know, sister, we get up from under the ackee tree, sir. We get up from under the mango tree. Done this story now. Move on. We're talking about something serious. What it is with this man? Every day is another undeliverable promise. Prime Minister, aren't you tired of talking something where you know say no gossip? And Isabel Rose, how are you? Globalist, if you have not yet subscribed to Anisabel Rose, please make sure you do. Good job going on over there. Care about the country. Convince me, Prime Minister, something that you have not delivered in 8 years, you're going to deliver an influx of it. That's what I'm telling you. Uno having dementia. Both you and Babs see him wrong with you. See him have wrong with you and Babs if you get up and talk the same thing them when I go so. Because only when something wrong with you, you talk things when I go so, you know. Do you want to go down a Dexim? Go look on the foundation then before you come promise with influx of affordable house, Prime Minister. How much million is affordable, Prime Minister? Is it affordable social housing you talk? You need to come make this thing clear. You know, say me done, see no? You know me drop out of basic school and me hard to understand when you talk. So you need to speak. So don't like me. Feel Jamal like me, Prime Minister. Can't understand. Because I haven't got a clue what you mean or meant by saying influx of affordable housing solution coming in 2 to 3 years. What does that mean, Prime Minister? I'm really struggling right now. Is it affordable social housing? Is it houses where we can get affordable mortgage? Is it house where we can have affordable rent to buy? What will it be, Prime Minister? What's the time scale of when these construction will start, Prime Minister? By your quintino, 2-3 year gone, just so. Look how quick we get rid of Biden and Donald Trump. I will come back a whole 4 year that Prime Minister. Convince me though, if you never do it. Oh, I know where I'm going to say backside, I work it out. I'm going to say, because we have spent 8 years making sure that we get your economy right. No, we have the money to say, no, Prime Minister, that won't work either. We've heard it all before. You think we not hear it over and over and over and over and over? We're tired of it, Prime Minister. Like, seriously tired.
Kid Bumbo old boy, this father God. Oh, he lie and blood clot me when me tell him that. What a wicked Bumbo old boy, this father God. Oh, he lie and blood clot me when me tell him that.
Prime Minister, you lie and wicked. You lie and wicked, Prime Minister. Because it's only lie and wicked. Walk and talk things when I go so. Walk and talk things where they know they can't do. Walk and talk things where they know they can't achieve. Walk and tell deliberate lie. A wicked people to them, something the Prime Minister. Wagwan Carlos, how you do, bro? A wicked people do them something there. Why you don't go down and dex him? Go dig up the foundation them and carry them come give we. Make we build upon them. Cause you not go achieve what you talk about, you know. All right. The money what you think can build an affordable house there. Give we make we build it. Cause we can't trust you for build it, you know. Next thing you know, you're gonna give us 650 million and go sign sweetheart deal. Push you on that table there so and say it's secret. And you never see where one of the foundation of the whole Dexim Galang and dig. Not one, not a grain of sand. But 650 million of Jamaica money, Dexim, your friend, was allowed to enrich himself and continue to profiteer off of Jamaica people money. We can't get housing trust money to build or buy an affordable house. But you can take Jamaica people money, give your friend, to build the multi-million apartment where you did forget out of it for Jamaica people. You didn't see a grain of the sand, Prime Minister. And you and him end up in a court at 20 million, you get back pound with money. Nothing to write home about. And you wrap it up and you tie it up, just like what you do with NEPA, you know. Because it look like you take things under the table. Or it look like your head under the table now somebody like Prime Minister. Don't know make you licky so. Because the way how things are running for your government are licky and bandolo is Sorry about that, my peeps. My whole internet system just cut out. I think my live on TikTok, is still on. My live on Instagram has ended. I think I'm back in the studio. Can you hear me? Please. Hold on. Let me know that you can hear me, please. Sorry about what happened. It's beyond my circumstances. My whole internet, everything just blocked out. Okay, thanks. You can hear me. Hold on there. Carlos, sorry. My sister Carl just come to find you. Because the phone when I have data upon, I was trying to come in. I think this new internet is playing with me, my people. Them come do me internet today and I may have problem in and for the teething it to have, but hopefully you're going to get a little echo. Just bear with. Hold on. Sorry. The Prime Minister and the education drive with Tech Babsy Dong will say, these are the things that we can use education to tackle, like a clean up Jamaica. We can use education to deal with our irrigation or distribution problem of our water. We need a national conversation on road usage in Jamaica. What else would it tell Babs to say education useful in tackling the crime, violence, and gangs and guns and the import? There's a lot of useful things that we can use education for, dear Babs. The importation of guns and all of that. Corruption, Babs. Nepotism, Babs. Conflict of interest, Babs. Waste of taxpayers' money by Dr. Tufton. Stealing from the public resources like Dr. Tufton. Whole heap of things we can do, Babs. Use the money for pay with Dr. them and all sort. But let's go over to Prime Minister Frankie Brewster. Prime Minister Frankie Brewster said, what did Prime Minister Frankie Brewster say? In 2 to 3 years, you will have an influx. They just go roll out of the bush pan you say in Jamaica. So we have to go careful when you walk down lonely road or dark street, because that influx of affordable house may just roll out of bush pan or so. Because then just go come, we don't go have place to put affordable houses. If you are to follow the Prime Minister, if you are to believe the Prime Minister's conundrum, I've got Max Roy, Max Romeo, come again. Boy, Max Romeo tormented. You are so tormented, Max Romeo. You don't know why you always have follow my page. Max. But see me get an handle moderator that should deal with you if you come here with your nonsense tonight. But anyway, Prime Minister, 8 years, you give out job letter, you give out job description, you give out timeline, you give out economic and job creation strategy, because I know we're realizing why you just jam down the good economy in our throat. So because you say a your portfolio and you want to say to the country that you have done well, so the economy good, the employment rate low. And who you try to fool, sir? Like talk truth. Talk truth, Prime Minister. Who you try to fool? Look on your carpet up at St. Thomas for a bus up. Look on the road them where you plan to campaign for Prime Minister. I'm sure your $2 billion won't spare you. To the extent where Jamaica can sit down in a chair in a road, swim in a road, die in a pothole, have accident in a pothole will reach you up to your knee and up to your waist, Prime Minister. And you think to say, you will not have time to deal with roads 8 years now. You're going to have time in 2 and 3 years to give away affordable house. You pray upon with distress too much. That me not like with you. You pray upon with distress. You pray upon with poverty and you pray upon with hunger. That's why you come with the hope of promises. That's why you come with the hope of loose promises, because we're hungry, we're poor, and we're distress. So from we say we're going to get balloon with feather for Christmas. We're going to run up and down and jump up all over the whole place, because we're going to get feather and balloon for Christmas. The Prime Minister must stop it. Stop walk and talk the whole heap of something them what him know say don't gossip. Stop fool the people just to buy vote. The people have 8 years to see, and them see clearly that you have failed. Failed miserably. Failed even within your own camp. Even the lies you told about the good economy, Prime Minister, they failed and fall down upon you just about when Nigel was ready to jump ship. Everybody realized, you know a lie Andrew tell? Andrew just a do it for we say. Fifi, yes, lady. Like we're going to get Fifi for Christmas. Prime Minister would not jump up and we're not happy. This is not 1980 and 1970 Prime Minister. Fifi cut out of fashion. So don't come promise to say, when you come from down a bay, you go carry Fifi. We don't do it. Don't do it. Stop the promises. This is one of the things where most people get fed up of you with. The same old promises in the same old wrapping paper. You're not going to change the wrapping paper for fool winner. That's the problem. Not even the wrapping paper for the promise them you can't change.
Those are for you to blood clot a conference, man. You make the whole will look like a blood clot fool. Come to think of it, I think this man has sell the blood clot election to Marky G, I tell you, millions him get for sell out to the blood clot. Guys, I look at sell out, man, You're going back a conference again with the light bomb clot. Advance on people when you tell the people them that 2 years already, man. And you have fuck up the party, Mr. Andrew Wallace. Right now, I tell you, make me feel shame. As a big labor rights supporter, you make me feel shame. And you know, say me a no bias man when me a blood clot talk, and me not put my mouth a ground and talk when me a talk. You gone back again, gone fool the people, them a tell them about light blood clot scam. When you tell them it already, do you know expect the people them that you know them bumbo clotted, you know nothing else to tell the people them? No, you going to talk about you take out GTC after that because Canada do the same blood clotting. You try to follow Canadian blood. I told you you follow. Yeah? Why me don't know what's wrong with your bro, God, but me know me say you sell out the country, brother. I sell out the country. You now build the country. I'm in a business what you want to say. Because you're going back with the same bumbo clot lie again, go and tell the people, like, you know, expect the people, they member. So you tell them that blood clot 2 times, this is the 3rd time now you tell them, boy, you dismantle light and you win, you know, dismantle the light. You come again, you know, dismantle light and you use but the same something again. Man, come down, man. Come down, bro, God, come down. Sorry to say, come down, man. Yeah, man. Come down, brother, up in the truck.
Up in the truck, bro, God. Up in the truck. This is one of the things that people is annoyed by Prime Minister. The vain and useless and worthless and unachievable promises. Enough of it. You've been at it from 2015. You have not delivered them. It don't make no sense. You come back with no more. We are even give way a shorter time scale, Prime Minister. If you never provide with affordable housing in 8 years, why you think you can achieve it in 2 3 years? At this stage, how the country broke, Prime Minister Rennie Nicholson, Laughlin, how are you? At this stage, how the country broke? So you can provide with affordable housing, and the people who pay into NHT contribution can't even afford a 2-bedroom NHT building. I wonder what's the affordable price will be when the Prime Minister and his sister and his son and Norman Brown. I wonder if you and your sister and your son and Norman Brown are going to construct the affordable housing them Prime Minister. I wonder if you, your son, your sister, and Norman Brown, and with the other one named Delroy Williams will help on if you float the law. Just ask him. Because una in everything, you know. The problem is though, Prime Minister, you see, in a public life, we can get in on a personal life. So may I go ask you some question. You need to tell us if you and Juliet Holness is a couple of convenient, a real couple, if we not break up, or if we not strategically plan how we not do things administratively and financially. The reason why I get into your business, Prime Minister, your thieving lead me into your business. Actually, your thieving lead me into your business. There's several scandals involving you and money. At no time, Prime Minister, your wife name ever called in any of those scandals. Your mother, your father, your sister, your 2 sons. At no point Mrs. Holness' name has ever mentioned. Yeah, Mrs. Holness not have any financial dealings together. Is it that there was a prenup signed before not having a separate deal? We want to know. It's the first couple of the country. If a Donald Trump and Malina, everybody want to know. Whether your Keir Starmer wife get frock and panty from one rich man, and it was the biggest news in Britain because it was sleaze and corruption, because the British Prime Minister was accepting gifts from him rich friend them, frocks and drawers for his wife. And it made big news. So if it is that it is an administrative marriage, we want to know if the people who are leading our country are lying to us. Because if we don't lie about in a relationship, what else would the head of the legislature and the head of the executive lie about? We want to know if it's a marriage of convenience, if it's an administrative marriage, if it's a marriage for maintenance of power. I don't know. But you can thief so much and catch your wife yet and you catch so much people around you. This have to be carefully crafted, Prime Minister. If not carefully crafted, how come your mother, your father, your sister, your friend, your constituent, your sons, but not your wife? I find that strange. Anyway, let me stop mind people business. Let me stop mind people business. Thank you all for being here tonight on the Global Television Group. It's lovely to have you all support tonight on YouTube and TikTok. Thank you very much. Join us back tomorrow morning for the At a Glance program, where we continue to look at the issues plaguing our country. And remember, when I tell the Prime Minister, say, no matter what I tell you, it's not going to sink in. We know it's a lie from the start, and that's what it's going to always be. Thank you all very much, and good night from the Global Television Group. See you tomorrow.
If you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match. Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all. Our unique blend of original content and global favorites means there's something for everyone. And guess what? With GTVG's seamless streaming, you can watch anywhere, anytime. Plus, our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer, Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group 358. Subscribe now and never miss a moment.